Slavo Mystic members, Mystic Poet 82 here, and welcome to another one of my A&E, or Advice and Encouragement videos. Today's is about friendship. Now, if you're wondering why I'm wearing my Chewbacca onesie, just think for a minute. Who is Chewie? First thing that should come to mind is he's Han Solo's best friend. Granted, they did do arguing here and there, which made it funny. And they did have different opinions on things, but they stuck by each other through thick and thin and became an inseparable duo. And it's probably one of the best examples of friendship that I can show visually as well. Now, unfortunately, I believe too many people do not seem to grasp the concept of true friendship, nor realize that love like that won't last if it's one-sided. So, my situation, I woke up Saturday morning to get ready for the movies, still had a headache, and I ended up trying to do stuff that relaxed me the night before. So I didn't really pay attention to anything else that was going on besides the streams that I was watching. And I checked my phone like usual when I get up and realized that a certain person that I thought was my friend didn't tag me in a post or pictures like she usually does. So I went to look why and found out that she blocked me with no reasoning or explanation. Like I had said on Monday's video, even though I always love the pictures that she found, because like a lot of them, most of them I've never seen, the notifications on Twitter were getting overwhelming. And it was hindering me from being a support to my friends on YouTube that have helped support me and helped me grow to where I am right now. Not just that, the holidays being just around the corner, work's getting hectic, I'm gonna probably be doing more overtime, and it's obviously stressful with the holidays coming, too. But, you know, that's for everyone. It's not just me. I really wanted all this tagging and stuff to stop, but I didn't know how to go about it without, you know, hurting her feelings. So I just, you know, let it keep going and didn't say anything. So apparently I didn't have to do anything. She just blocked me on her own for whatever reason. The only reasons I can really think of that she did that was for the last thing that she tagged me in. I only liked and commented on the original tag, but I wasn't able to read through and like everyone else's comments. Either that, or it could have been the group had this little movie thing going where they were gonna watch a movie at the same time and tweet about it. It's like, my sleep schedule's weird and crazy. I can't do stuff like that. And I knew this would hurt, and I knew it would make me angry. And again, I want to thank those that were there for me and encouraged me. Like I said, especially Sab's Discord and those that responded to my video that I put up Monday. Anyway, whatever the case may be that she blocked me, not having that anymore is allowing me to be supportive of those who've supported me, and it does feel like a burden's lifted off my shoulders, especially now that I realize that selfishness was behind everything that she did, because there have been times where she had been told stuff she didn't want to hear about Carrie Fisher, but it was a proven fact, even though it was something negative. Like, should realize that we're all human and we're not perfect at all. And, you know, neither was Carrie, but she was still an amazing woman, and that's what we gotta look at in remembering her. But even despite the amount of times I've been stabbed in the back, the friendships that I've lost, they've not just been lost, they've been lessons. And I will continue to give and give whatever I can to those who need encouragement and love and understanding, whatever they're facing. All they have to do is ask. And all I ask is anyone that hears this, be understanding when you give in the way that I do. Never expect anything in return, because giving this way to someone and seeing that they do appreciate it at first, even in the end, if it stops, just the giving is a reward unto itself. So you can never go wrong. At least you left that impact on someone, and you know, depending on the person, they'll never forget that, regardless of what happens after. Now, the way I see it, the major keys to being a true friend are communication, understanding, love, and trust. If one of these is missing, the foundation's not going to hold. In my situation, there was a lack of communication. She didn't say anything to me, just poof, and that was it. Now, I asked a bunch of people what they thought true friendship was, and I got an amazing response from everyone. Thank you guys all so much for this. For those that have YouTube channels, I will put them down in the description. So the first one was Meowsers Gaming. Says, true friendship is calling your friend at 2 a.m. and telling them to be ready in 10 minutes because you're taking them out for late night munchies. I never heard of that one, but that's a good idea. And then later on he said, it's also having a strong connection that no matter how far apart or how angry you get at each other, you're still friends. Amy says that it's someone who's there for you no matter what, someone who's willing to stick it out with you no matter how stormy your sea becomes. Alex says that a true friend is someone who knows your weaknesses but always reminds you of your strengths, someone who will tell you the hard truths, and who will be there for you, not just the fun times but the hardest times. Triple G says someone who doesn't say what you want to hear but tells you what you need to hear. Jessica says it's someone who loves you on both your worst and best days. Mushy Log says it would be another person coming with an actual interest towards you and simply someone who cares about you and shows it somehow. Shweeby says someone who's just willing to listen to everything you have to say, not always to get advice, but to just listen. ZK says that true friendship is probably based on the person being there, standing beside you through difficult times you've been through and all your times together. Regardless of where they are or what their ideal beliefs, it's amazing that you can find someone that's simply welcoming arms and tender loving care. For all your troubles and hard times, they'll be there 100% open and ready to be able to commit and listen. Sue says for her, it's the most powerful moments of friendship are when nothing is said, but someone just holds you because they know you need it. TVB Plays says it's someone who doesn't always tell you what you necessarily want to hear, but more often than what you need. And I know that's said twice, but it's so true. Like, even if it's something you don't want to hear, you need it for the greater of the situation, to better the situation. Because we can't just expect everything to be sugar-coated and go perfectly, because it doesn't. It's not that way. Last but not least, my boyfriend's mother actually had watched Monday's video, and she texted me immediately, and then I asked her if there was anything she had that she could add to it. And she tagged me on Facebook, and this is, in her words, what she said. I simply don't believe we lose friends. True friends will understand you're only human and love you in spite of your flaws. And they will always talk things out before it becomes a problem or if there is a misunderstanding. I also believe there are certain people that are meant to be our friends and others not. When you get a good warning about someone or someone, don't ignore it, although sometimes the enemy is behind it for obvious reasons. I used to be too open with my thoughts and feelings and my life. What a mistake. Too many want to listen for pure gossip and entertainment later. And yeah, gossip is another horrible thing, and that's something I think a lot of the younger generations go through, and it's just not right. So I hope this makes sense. If you want me to make another one, if you have other things that can be added to another, I can make this a part one and then do a part 2 later. If I come up with anything more, but right now I think pretty much everything that needed to be said has been said, and hope you guys enjoyed this and it makes sense. Always be kind, because you never know what someone's going through, and always ask. Because that's one thing she didn't do, was ask, if something was wrong. Or, like, I could have been in the hospital dying and she would have, it seemed like she didn't care. Because the last thing I sent her in DM was that I was having splitting headaches from the coughing. And I was trying to just stay relaxed so they got better. And her reply to that was good luck, instead of what I would normally reply as, I'm so sorry, I hope you feel better, and send love. Don't just be ignorant like that. It just proves selfishness right there. And that should never be about you or the attention that you get. Give it to someone else, and even if it's not right away, you'll eventually get that attention back. Just have to be patient. Patience is another key to a successful friendship. And I know that's one of the most difficult things, is patience. So yeah, I might be able to make a part 2 with some other things. If you got more, please send it. Thank you guys for watching.